Hello.
I'm really happy for you to question me, but also just wanted to check. I was listening to yesterday's Satsang, and I can't remember who you were talking to, but I think it was Devi, and you were looking at whether the I changes and whether the am changes. And you said something along the lines of, why don't we just say I, or something like that. And I just wanted to look at that because the I doesn't change and the am doesn't change, but they're both different in in my experience of them. So can we just look at that together?
So what is the difference?
The am is like it has an attribute of a feeling a feeling of being here, whereas the I has no feeling to it. It's aware of the am.
So the sense of being, the sense of amness, independent of the I. But is there ever the sense of I without this am?
Yeah.
You see? So they must be distinct in some way, at least qualitatively.
Okay.
No?
Yeah.
So you also say that in your experience, both, did you say they are both the same, or what did you say?
No, I mean, they both are, so they're both, it was something like, do either of them like stop, or it was something like that. Sorry, I have such a bad memory. Is there ever a break in the experience of the am or something like that? I can't quite remember.
Is there?
Only deep sleep.
Deep sleep. But?
Yeah, because I'm looking now at this sense of presence, and this sense of presence isn't there in deep sleep.
That which knows this is which one?
The I.
Yes.
So
this is unchanging, isn't it?
Right.
That which knows that even the presence of being is unavailable in sleep state. You see? To know this, it must exist in sleep state.
What? The am?
This I.
Oh, right. Yeah. There's so many words. I'm just like...
You can simplify it. It's, this awareness remains constant and everything else is changing.
Right.
In the phenomenal realm, we cannot say that am is changing or being is changing because everything is appearing only in the light of this presence.
Yeah.
You see? So, this presence, when it plays along with the power of attention, then this phenomenal realm comes to life. You see? Attention goes on object, they seem to be real for me. They seem to exist for me at least. So, this is the phenomenal play. Now, the entire reason we are able to call this a phenomenal play must be that there is something which is beyond this phenomena. You see? So, how should we find that which is beyond phenomena? You see, because the tools we seemingly have, the senses we have, even the sense of inner perception we have, seems to be only giving us phenomena, isn't it? So how do we find that? Is there something which is not phenomenal?
Father, I have to speak from the truth.
Yes.
It's just grace.
Yeah. What's that answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when we look at the two questions, can you stop being now? Can you stop being? No. Is it the same question as, are you aware now? What is the distinction? First talk about, can you stop being, what happens?
So, can I stop being is like, can I stop this, like this feeling of presence, of being in the phenomenon?
Sense of existing, isn't it? Who is aware of this?
The awareness is...
This awareness. So when we check on, am I aware now? Isn't it pointing straight to this awareness?
Yeah.
Which is aware even of being,
Yeah.
of consciousness.
Yeah.
Now, is this a phenomenal experience? Am I aware now? What phenomena did you experience to be able to say yes?
There's no attributes of the awareness.
And that which is without attributes is not phenomenal.
Just letting the words,
yeah.
because I'm not very good with like hearing these words, and so just can you say it again for me?
Would it be fair to say that everything phenomenal has at least one attribute? Can we point some phenomena that has no attributes? Think of a phenomena with no attributes. Can we think? Think of an apple without a color.
Yeah, there isn't.
Even if you think transparent, there will be a sense of transparency at least, isn't it? Think of an object without any weight, no weight at all. Even the lightest feather will have some weight, isn't it? Without a shape. Right? Can we find a phenomena without a shape? So, color, weight, shape, size, all of these attributes. So, everything phenomenal must have at least one attribute for us to be able to report that it is perceived, isn't it? Now, when we ask, are you aware now? What is the attribute that is found? Does this awareness have a size, shape, weight, color? What are we seeing to confirm this?
It's not even a seeing, it's a complete removal from this phenomenal world.
Yes. So when we say it is not even a seeing, it means it is not even perceived like other objects, isn't it? Not like I see this hand or I see a memory, imagination. It is not seen in that way.
No, but it sees everything.
Yes. So that which sees everything, how do we know of its existence?
Because I'm just really looking at myself, and how do I know of its existence?
We can profess to the existence of beingness because you can sense the presence. You might not be able to name some attribute, but at least you can say presence of being is experienced.
Yeah.
But is there such a presence for this which is aware even of being? Is it experienced even in the subtlest way?
I can't find a way to word it.
But is the answer tilting more towards there is some phenomenality experienced in this awareness, or it's no? More towards no or yes?
I know the sense of presence because
Yes.
that's felt.
Yes.
But to say, how do I know, or how am I aware of this awareness? I can't find any. I just want to say it's all there is.
Yes. And yet, if we can't really find any phenomenal evidence of it, what is it that makes us say, yes, I am aware, rather than no or I don't know? Is there something else like this, like awareness, where we can say, accept it just being a blind belief in some sense? Is there anything else like this which is we cannot find phenomenally, but we confirm its existence? It's okay. It's okay. How the question is the same actually. I'm just rephrasing it over and over. How do we say yes to are you aware now?
Because it's all there is. Just aware. I can't find any other answer.
Yes. When we say all there is, what does it mean? What about this whole phenomenal realm?
But it's aware of the phenomenal
Yes.
realm.
Yes. And this it which is aware of the phenomenal realm, who is aware of it?
It.
It is aware of itself.
Yes.
And where are you in this equation?
It.
Okay, so you are this one. You are this awareness. Then why did you create this world? Or did you? What is the purpose of existence?
All that's coming is sorry, I'm just watching these thoughts coming now. It's a lot of like, it's very much seen as being just thoughts, but they're still trying to get attention and identification. So I'm just.
Yes. Okay, let's leave purpose aside for a minute. What happens when you start to exist in this way? What changes for you in reality?
In reality, nothing. And actually, the body carries on moving the way it's always done, and has conversations and has thoughts like it's always done. Just knowing that it's not you. and the same feelings, but there's no identification with them.
Do we truly know that it has always been this body and these feelings?
No, because it's the one experiencing through so many different bodies. This. And when Anil was speaking the other day, and he said something along the lines of, he's talking about the waking and the dream state, and it was so obvious that it's the body mechanism that comes, it wakes up, and it feels like you've woken up out of the sleep, but it's actually just the body mind wakes up, and then awareness and the beingness get identified with that body mind and believe it's that separate existence waking up.
How is it this attributeless one that we can't find any phenomenal attributes to can bring itself to believe itself to be either being or this body mind?
It's conditioning, and the role of the like.
What is this power of belief?
Yeah, belief. Repetitive exposure to conditioning, which is all written or part of the play, and then it's believing the thoughts that come through the mind, that you're aware of these thoughts, but you start to believe them because they're so repetitive.
Yes. So are you saying that if this power of belief was not here, there would be no pretending or identification or conditioning?
I haven't contemplated this, so I don't know if there's any other apart from belief that would also.
So maybe we can look now. So right now, is there any identification?
There's
right
some.
Now.
There's some.
Right now. If I didn't give you a moment to think about the identification, without a thought arising, would you be able to tell me what the identification was?
Yeah, identification is feelings in the body arising, which either controls some sort of contraction or feeling of being limited within this skin, plus thoughts, feelings believed in and thoughts believed in that make the beingness feel like it's contracted into a body.
Yes. So let's slow it down. So how do we believe a feeling?
So the feeling will arise, and then there'll be some sort of memory of that feeling causing some sort of discomfort or something.
So feeling arises, the memory arises,
and then belief that it's happening to
so
a
what
you.
gets belief? So there's a rising, just like there could be an arising of a candle, there could be an arising of a flower. So this flower is there, and there's a memory of many flowers also coming. So what gets belief?
Believe that flower's you. Actually, you don't believe anything.
Suppose this is what is arising inside you.
Okay.
And then memories of all the flowers. What gets belief?
The thought.
It's a thought.
Yeah.
Okay? So the object in itself, does it have, can you believe an object by itself without the label? So the label has to be a thought, isn't
Yeah.
it? So just the arising of a feeling is just like the arising of some sensation, but the sensation itself, without even labeling it, cannot get our belief and therefore cannot become part of our egoic identity. You see? Okay? So it could be the most constricted sensation. Okay? It could feel like all of our life energy is getting constricted, but without any interpretation, what would happen to it? It would just be watched, isn't it? So, as it is just witnessed, there is no identification with it. For identification to happen, there has to be at least the label, at least the thought, isn't it? So, therefore, if you were to not identify, what would we have to do?
I know the answer,
Yeah.
what you would say,
Yes,
which
but
would
you're
be don't
looking
believe
fresh.
your next thought. I'm looking fresh, but I know from experience that it's not like that. It's either the energy is there
Yes.
to come and believe it, or the energy doesn't arise for that belief.
Yes. So the energy, is it separate from what we call the power of belief? This energy of belief is what? Is it the same as what we call the power of belief?
I can see something is wriggling, something is trying to wriggle,
Yeah.
but it's all watched from this space of awareness. But there's something here that's just wanting to just get away now.
Yeah, because something says that because of this energetic movement, either belief goes or it doesn't go. I'm saying, is there this energetic movement and separately that which we call the power of belief, or are you referring to the same power of belief as this movement of belief?
I can't hear your words, sorry.
You remember what you said last? Okay, let me remind you. We said that when a thought comes, you see, the way not to get identified with it was not to believe it. But you say that I don't see it that way actually. I see that there's an energetic movement of belief which goes to it or not. You see? So I said, is this energetic movement of belief not the same as what we call the power of belief? Is there a power of belief and also this energetic? Is the same. Is the same. So this power of belief, you see, you're saying is just a arising. There's actually no power that is in your control as consciousness, is it? To believe or not to believe. That's what you say. Okay. So if I was to say, or if the thought came to you that, hey, your nose is suddenly turned green, would you believe it? No. Okay.
Well, actually, I'd probably check.
Give us some other example. If the thought was that you're actually right now on a Timbuktu, do you believe it? No. You see? So this is the power of belief or disbelief. If it was completely random, then it would be a coin toss whether you would believe this thought or not. You see? So as the non-existent individual, Obviously, you don't have any power whatsoever. But as this consciousness itself, you see, which is playing this game of pretending and not pretending, there is this seeming choice to not believe your next thought. You see? There comes a point where you are able to say that even all of this is just happening on its own. These are actually two times where you would say this. One is when you're lamenting as a person. You're lamenting as a person, but I have no control over my belief. What am I to do? You see? At that time, I will tell you that no, you do have that power because you are not this person, you are consciousness. This power of belief is completely, it belongs to you. You see? Then there's a second way of saying this where you would say that, yes, this is just part of my play, and there's belief which is going to the personal identity and it is getting withdrawn from the personal identity, and truly I'm not concerned about it at all. You see? So is this the way you're saying it, or is it the first way you're saying it?
No, it has to be said that it's the latter.
No.
But then there is re-identification after these openings, where the energy contracts, and at some point there is belief in the person, and then there's that, oh, what can I do? And that's believed. That thought is believed. What can I do?
Very good, very good. So believed, what can I do?
Yeah.
Or what choice do I have right now? Then you make the choice to not believe your next thought. Then you can do it. When the sense of doership itself is not there, and you're just operating from the witnessing perspective, then nothing, no trouble at all.
No trouble, no trouble.
Yes.
But it's seen that it's okay.
So don't believe your next thought is a pointing which will extinguish the sense of doership actually. You see? Because as we need something to, there's an old story in India where the elephant trainers, you see, the elephants are very troublesome because when they walk in the market, then they disrupt everything. They pick apple from here, bananas from here. They disrupt everything when they walk. So what does the elephant trainer do? He makes him hold a stick in his trunk. When he's holding the stick in his trunk, then he remains steady. He doesn't go here and there. You see. So in the same way, our need to perceive ourselves as a doer of something is one of the strongest legs of our separate identity. So this sense of doership gets extinguished when it is turned onto itself. You see? So when we say don't believe your next thought, that includes what should I do next. So in this way, as we are not believing our thoughts, allowing them to come and go, you will find that this doer perspective starts dissolving more and more. You see? Then there comes a point when you say that there is nothing, truly nothing to do. You see? And if there is truly nothing to do, you find it very, very, very difficult actually to identify as a person. You see? So I've spoken recently about these two Ds. One is doership, and the second is desire. So these are the strongest two legs of the ego. How does the desire manifest? Not necessarily just in our, okay, I desire this, I desire this. You see, I desire freedom. Not necessarily just in the big ways, but in every situation that we walk into. Mostly for humanity, it is just checking this question: what's in it for me? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? You see, this is the most basic form of desire. Everything it comes into, it says, what's in it for me? What about me? What's in it for me? What about me? So as we are not giving belief to these thoughts, you find that this doership gets extinguished, and this desire gets lighter and lighter. And you will find that many of the thoughts that most people seem to be believing right now are not given belief, but some still get to you. You see? So which are these? These are the ones that have got a lot of nourishment from us in the past. You believe that which you have believed yourself to be in the past, that when it comes up, something still rushes for believing that. So the better way then, rather than trying to resist those, is to find out who is this one. You see, who is now constricted, for example. You see, so there can be the sense that I am now constricted, but is this really true? Can it ever be true? It cannot be, because this awareness which we are not able to find in space at all, that can never expand or constrict, isn't it? So that which is constricted cannot be I. And as you see this, that as awareness I remain unconstricted, then all this energetic movement can come and go, but you are not identifying with it. As you see this often, then even when the thought comes that, yes, I'm getting constricted again, you see, it will not hold on to you because you know it's not possible. You see? So these deep identifications, they can be inquired into. So there can still be an idea that I will be completely free when this constriction stops happening. You see? But this is not true, because as awareness you are never bound actually. You see? The seeing of this is the recognition of your freedom.
And I've also come to see that there was this idea playing out that in the time-bound part of the play, that all of these constrictions and energies and everything, that they would all be gone, and there was this like waiting for them to all disappear. But actually, it's okay. They're, even if they come back, I mean, it's not enjoyable, some of them obviously, but now that there's not this like waiting for them to all be wiped clean, it seems like there's the goal has been removed, so therefore I'm just here with whatever comes. But that doesn't mean that identification isn't, you know.
Yes, but with this itself, this recognition itself makes the identification lighter. Isn't it? So it could be anything, whatever it is in your case. For you, it could be this energetic constriction. For someone else, it could be some other identity, the work identity, security identity, relationship identity. All of these are basically beliefs that we have that something is happening to me. You see? I am this, or this is happening to me. And then once we see that this me doesn't have any reality, then everything is allowed to happen. Then we are not picking and choosing our experiences also. Then everything we are open to experiencing. So you don't mind if a constriction comes or an expansion comes. You see, there can be a sense of something expands, something constricted, something expands. You see, but this even this ow and is also just seen. So that sees it's okay, is not touched by any of this movement, phenomenal movement. That's how we started, isn't it? That which has no phenomenal attributes cannot be affected by a phenomenal movement, isn't it? How can you suffer now? Show me the way.
Cannot suffer as a person, but can experience pain and emotional discomfort.
Yes. Yes. That is part of the masala of life. You see? Because if it was not there, everything was just sweet, sweet, sweet. We would not appreciate the taste of sweet at all. I don't feel that there's anyone who doesn't experience pain. Any other way to suffer? So you yourself made this nice this thing today, no? This nice image, which said that if there is the minute you find the pinch of suffering, means there is some attachment. You see? So what is attachment? That's okay.
I'm not very intellectual when it comes to putting things into words.
I'm not asking for an intellectual answer.
Attachment seems to be a belief in a me, or a belief that something is mine or belongs to a me.
It's very good. That's exactly it, isn't it? So the sense that something is mine implies that I am believing that there is a me, and this itself is cause for trouble.
But still, there's like, when I look and say like the word me,
Yeah.
it does, or when I think about attachments,
Yeah.
or there's an image arising of, say, something belonging to me,
Yeah.
like, say, okay, this ring is not a good example because it doesn't really, I don't
Yeah,
really care
as
about it. But yeah, like the word mine or me, it has a vibrational frequency of a like a
Yeah.
but that is seen, that contraction of a me is still experienced.
Yeah. Well, what happens when you hear the word me?
Or like, say my name, for example. If someone
Zia.
says my name, Zia, there's an immediate like the body responds automatically to like whatever. Even if someone says a word that sounds like Zia, that's not like Sia or something like that, there's an immediate like like bodily reaction to it. And it seems like for that split second, the identity just snaps back in to play until there's like a natural noticing of that was just an energy arising within me.
So I say Zia, then?
It did just happen then.
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, it was like just an energy. It was just an energy that arose within, I want to say within this body, but it was
just experience.
Yeah.
So what is the identification?
That the energy was a me. It was a belief in the energy.
Is the arising of the energy identification? No. The labeling of it as me. This is me.
Yeah.
And this me came to the fore when my name was taken.
Yeah.
You see? So if you don't even buy this interpretation,
then it's just energies arising and playing and moving. Just like, oh, that's nice. Thank you.
So if you just see that some energy within me just automatically stands up to respond. But we don't say that, oh, this was me and the me came back or something like that.
Yeah, because the labeling of
yes.
Oh, look.
Okay. It's very natural. Someone says Ananta, it moves energetically like that.
Is there anything else you want to?
No, that's good.
Okay.